On today's episode of Simple Tasks That Are Way More Complicated Than They Should Be, we have the installation of two ceiling fan and light controllers here in the kitchen and dining room. We're using an old work box, and there's already a problem I've discovered, and we haven't even gotten started yet. So the problem is that we have a wire that comes up from below, which is our feed, our mains, and then these two wires go up to the fans. So the logical thing to do would be to put this wire into the bottom of the box and these two in the top of the box. But we can't do that, because if we put two wires in here, we can stick this in, but then we're not going to be able to shut it because there's going to be wires sticking out down here. So we have to put all three wires in the top, which is not ideal. I don't like that. There is enough slack that we can do it. It's a short run. It's only 4 feet down to the bottom. I'll secure it at the bottom, push some extra slack through so there's no tension. It's not ideal, but we're going to have to work with it because there's no other way to get this in here. We can't punch it out the back because the box is almost as deep as the wall is. It would create a pinch condition. I think can we put it out the side? Maybe, but even then I'm not sure how. I don't think I'd be able to get it in, so it is what it is. They're gonna have to all come out the top. So I guess what I'll do is I'll put the two wires like that on the left, and then I'll put this all the way on the right so that it has enough, because the stud it goes over about a couple of inches that way. It doesn't go over this way at all, so the bend should be like that. So we're gonna knock out these two for the fans. And we'll knock out this one for the mains coming in. Well, I thought that was a good idea, but I guess that was a bad idea. Okay. Alright, so let's strip everything back here. I'm going to leave a lot of slack because if we make a mistake on the ends, we need space to cut it, and we do. Okay, so this is the one for the kitchen. I'm going to put that on the left, and the one for the dining room is going to be on the right, and that's how the switches are going to correspond inside of there. Might be easiest to put this one on first, because that'll hold the box up while we work on the others. So there's our supply in. And we are going to end up with quite a few connections in this box. That's why I went with this deeper box. I think one more of these should be taken off. think that the wire is behind the box on the left side. Or it might need to go in front. Oh, no, there it goes. That's fine like that. Feels like the, oh no, is that what that is? Okay, it's hitting that tab up there, and it's back all the way. I thought maybe the wire was getting stuck behind her, but I don't think so that it is. Went a little bit too low. See, simple tasks that are more complicated than they should be. This one is okay. And this one is like, this one is stuck on something. But it's not going to work at the height that it's at. It needs to go up. What the heck is it stuck on? Feels like something on the box. There it goes. just opening up the controls. These are Hunter branded controls, and although I think Hunter's fans have really gone downhill in the last decade or so, I think they're kind of still a repeatable brand. Comes with these nuts and some screws, and it says, "Do not ingest battery." Really just lost a lot of confidence in this product. We're just about ready to install the switches now. First, we can go ahead and bond all the commons together because they have nothing to do with the switch. So we have this common here. Actually, before that, I want to pull this wire down into the box just a little bit more, I think. I just grabbed it quick before because it was slipping out of the thing. Yeah. Let's just push this back up a little bit. And pull this one down a little bit. It was grabbing right on the end, so rather it. I don't like the way that is. It's putting too much tension towards where the anti-short bushing is. Okay, that's better. Okay, yeah, I don't like how that pinched the thing, but the anti-short bushing did its job, and there's no damage to the wire that I can see, so I think it's fine. It's all just cosmetic. All right. So we'll bind the commons together first, because we don't need to. Those don't connect to the switches at all. We have this common from the fan. We have this common from the other fan. And we have this common from down below. There's going to be a lot of wire in here, because each of these switches has 3 connections as well. This is why I went with the deeper box. This is, I believe, a 2.5 depth box. And after we get the controls in there as well, we're going to need every inch of that. Okay. Now we're going to have an awful lot of grounding going on here. We're going to have, we got this ground from the box, we got this ground from the fan, this ground from the box, this ground from the fan, and this ground there. So that's 5 wires we got to combine, plus the 2 from the switch. So we might want to grab a little extension. Oh, I'm trying to actually, We don't need one of these. We can take one of these out. We don't need to bond the box twice. That's ridiculous. We can take this out. Or, on second thought, we'll leave it. Because we'll leave this one for the switches. We'll connect the switches to this one. That works. So we'll just combine all these together. And then we'll leave that one out for the switches. I think this makes good sense. That's a 12 gauge wire coming off the box for some reason. It makes it very difficult to work with. Okay, so now we're ready for the fans. These controls do not come with an instruction manual, which is kind of stupid. I suspect that the blue is for the light and then the red is for the fan. So in here, the black goes to the fan motor, which I guess will be the red, and then the blue go to the red, which in the box connects to the light. These are a little bit too long here. Okay, now both of these black wires need to go to the input. And both of these grounds need to go to the ground. And this is going to start getting a little difficult to work with, because now we got a lot of connections in here. I guess these switches just are made of cheesy aluminum wire. So now we're bonding dissimilar metals together, which I don't like. That's something that causes problems over time. We've talked about that in regards to air conditioners many times. Okay, so now we're ready to close everything back up here. Thanks to our deep box, I think everything should fit with ease. It's not fitting because of the way this tab is. That's kind of stupid. Turn. I mean, technically this is not even necessary because it will bond to the box. But let's see if we can make it work with it. Nope. There's no way we're going to be able to have that wire like that and get this to successfully close. Well, I guess we're just going to have to snip that off. That is such a stupid, idiotic design. The heck is it built like that for? Is there the assumption that this would never be used in an old work box? Yeah, this literally makes it so that you can't close it. Well, that's what I think of that. We're just going to take it off. Oh, and then it fits perfectly. Ain't that simple? Okay, so we're just going to cancel that part out. We don't need it because it'll bond to the box. It's fine. I thought these controls were, a good choice, but maybe they're not. I don't know. The one in the living room seems to work fine. Problem solved. We got less wires in here now. I guess that's a good thing. Okay, so this control is for the dining room. This goes on the left side. And this control kitchen, and that goes on the right side. Fits perfectly. No problems at all now that that stupid other thing was removed. What a stupid design. I hate it. This fits nicely with no tension at all. That's the way I prefer it to be. This plate does not match the other ones here. It's a different color and it's a different size, but I think that we're just going to go with it for now because who knows when I'll actually get back to the store to replace it. They're only like $1 and change, it's not a big deal. I'll put it up now and it'll serve $1 or $2 worth of value over the next whatever time period it is until I get back to the store. Pesky things always move when you screw them in. Seriously? What is going on here? You know what the problem is? The screwdriver is bent. I wonder if I can fix that. The very tip of the screwdriver is bended. No, I'll have to fix it with a table mounted device probably. Okay, so there's the control panel setup. Now we gotta go downstairs and connect everything in. Things are gonna get a little dodgy down here because I originally had intended to rerun this other piece of wire back upstairs, but then I decided that was a bad idea because this wire is old and spoiling. So now I really need to rerun certain parts of this whole circuit, but until I get around to that, I'm just going to join it into this box, and then we'll have to come back and deal with this, the rerunning of the whole circuit later on, because that's a little bit more involved. So we just have wires here. I'll stick a connector in the back and we'll connect it up. Electricity on, as usual. Zzz-ah! I guess we'll just make a little coil of the wire and stick it up in the ceiling for now. I will rerun the whole circuit eventually, but it's not a task for today, or tomorrow, or next week, maybe next month. And this is why I always use the electric screwdriver, and I get yelled at because it's overkill, I've been told. But then I'm gonna get told that this is taking too long, so I don't know. Maybe it's just like with the air conditioner. Screw the viewers, turn on the air conditioner. Screw the viewers, use whatever tool you feel like. So we don't really have a good way to bind this, so we're just going to go like this on the box. Not ideal, but it will work. There should, in theory, not be any load on this. You know what, I don't know if this is... I don't know if the colors are correct on this circuit. For all I know, it might still not be off. Yeah, this wire is shot. I gotta redo the whole circuit for sure. I'll get there soon. It's gonna be a little bit higher priority task in about a month. That connection just came out terrible. Yeah, see, it's all like sticky on you. That's no good. Well, you can't see it, but I can see it and I can feel it. It's not good. It's not good at all. Because it's not going to make a really good connection anymore. the insulation barely even slides off. I'm putting a lot of force on this right now to get the insulation to slide off. And oddly enough, not all the pieces of wire are like this, which is why I opted to reuse this wire originally, because it seemed like it was okay, but this is most certainly not okay. Alright, that's the best we can do for now. It's in a metal box at least, so if it heats up, it is what it is. I don't expect it to heat up. If it does, I'll keep an eye on it, of course. So far there's been no problem, nothing heating up. Hopefully I get it replaced before there becomes any kind of problem. I guess that's stripped out, so that's cool. And I think to wrap up the ghetto-ness of this, I'm just gonna slip it up here onto this block of wood. This will be my constant ugly reminder to fix this circuit and all the other ones. Okay, let's turn it back on, see if anything explodes. No explosion so far. Now all that's left to do is test the control and make sure that everything is working properly. So the one on the light on the right should control this fan. Okay, the light might just be switched. It's inverted. The fan control is controlling the light. This is why things need to come in instructions, because when you have all these different colors in there, you know, the blue wire out of the fan is the light. So why on earth would the blue wire out of the control not go to the light? Well, that's stupid, but at least it's a pretty easy fix. If this had come with instruction manual, we would not be having this problem right now. I think this is the first electrical project I've ever done that didn't work. But I'm going to keep my record though, because this is not my fault. If it told me how the wires were, it would have been correct the first time. But it did not tell me. Which is really stupid. Alright, I'm going to get the electric screwdriver. Okay, so as it's turning out to be, the blue wire, which on the fan is the light, coming out of this control is actually the fan, and the red wire is the light. How that makes any sense, or how we're supposed to know that. But we'll just change it and move on with the day. A simple fix to a stupid problem. Okay, stupid problem is solved. All because Hunter was too cheap to put instruction manual in the box. Unfortunately, my opinion of Hunter has further degraded since the beginning of the video when the Moretz bag said don't eat the battery. Who ate the instruction manual? I got a non-bent screwdriver this time. Let's see if these go in any easier. Nope, it's not the screwdriver, it's the stupid control. I guess I need to go around and find vintage controls. Yep, it was definitely not the screwdriver whatsoever. It's the stupid holes that these are supposed to be going into. I'm done with these controls. Never again. Nowhere else in the house where I use these things. I'll keep these ones that exist until there's a problem, but no more. I'm not sure what else to do because those Westinghouse ones are awful. These at least are functionally okay, but the screws don't line up good and there's no instruction manual. Okay, take two. Let's see what we get this time. Good. It's not going down as low as I would expect it to. Oh, well, that might be the light bulb. It's low enough. Now the fan, I think, is probably just switched off. Yep, it was switched off. Okay, well, it works now. They're both working. Now, curiously, the other one dims down all the way. And it's the same bulb, so the inconsistency is within the controller. So I wonder if there's some kind of calibration point. Jeez! It sure would be nice if there was a manual that has this information in it. Alright, they're both working. Well, we're done here. This project is complete. I'm irritated about the controls because it's stupid that we don't know how to use them because it doesn't come with the manual, but at least we got the functionality I wanted. And now we have dimming on the lights, and we also now have potentially 9 speeds on the fans as opposed to just 3. We're going to have to do a revisit on this, see if I can find the stupid instruction manual for these dumb controls and see if there's a way to calibrate the lights. I think this is going down low enough for typical use cases, but it's inconsistent. I don't like that.